Good morning, you guys. My name is Andy, and then my topic is dysfunctional families. Before I start off, does any of you guys know what a dysfunctional family is, or what it's made out of, or like how is it made? Harmon,
Mine.
mine.
Mine?
Okay. Does anybody else know? Before I start and explain it, no one knows. Okay. So a dysfunctional family is a family that, like, I don't want to be like weird. And you guys gonna be like, well, obviously, like this is like a family that doesn't function well. So what I mean by that is like either they're missing one of the parents, or either one of the parents is like doing drugs and like they don't take care of their kids, like the teenagers or anything. So when it comes to like being a teenager, the support you need to not like end up in the street doing drugs, being in gangs, or anything is you need support from your family. So if you don't have a family and you have a dysfunctional family, it's like 9 times out of 10, the kid's gonna end up finding brotherhood, like people in the street say, with gangs, or just with friends doing drugs and random stuff. So this topic to me, it caught my attention a lot because I grew up in the hood. So I mean, I'm not saying I've been through all that, but I experienced and seen all that, and I've also seen like a lot of movies. So there's a movie that came out in the 90s. It's called South Central. And it's all right here around South Central, and it's about a gang father and a mother. And so then the mother is like a drug addict, and then the father he was a gang member from a gang called Deuce Deuce. So then the kid, he went to jail when the kid was like barely a couple of months, not even a year old. So then 10 years later, the kid ended up following his father's steps, and he ended up joining the same gang his father was from. So then that shows that the kid didn't have support from his father because he was in jail, and he also didn't have support from his mother. She was a drug addict. So it's hard to grow up in the community the way it is and to actually do good and be successful when you don't have the support you need. Another example that there is I don't know if any of you guys read the book or seen the movie The Blind Side. Any of you guys seen the movie? Okay, so you guys know how he grew up like in, you could say, like projects or whatever, and then his mom was a drug addict. When his mom was a drug addict, he would skip school whenever like he wanted to. He got kicked out like over 8 schools because he didn't do good at educationally wise. So then he basically became homeless because he didn't like being home because he didn't like seeing his mom the way she is. Therefore, he started slacking off. He wasn't going to school. He would go to the school gym when there was like volleyball games, basketball games, to go pick up food, like the leftover food that people left on the ground, so he could eat because he didn't have no money or no way to get food. So that was his only way of getting food. But then later on, like a family took him in, a white family, because the guy's name was Michael Ower, and he was like a black guy. And then a white family took him in, and after that, the white family started like giving him support. They signed him up for a school where the daughter and the son went. So then he started going to school. He started they got him a tutor. He started bringing his grades up. He had the support from the family, even though it wasn't his real family. But that just shows like when you have the support that you need, you put your mind to it and you get to succeed and do what you want. And then later on, when Michael Ower, he needed to find another distraction besides school, so he got into football. And then after getting into football, he like dedicated himself to football. He got his grade up to a certain or at least to a 2.0 average, so he could play. And after he got his grades up, everything, he started playing football for the high school. And then later on, he ended up getting offers from different colleges, so he could go and play for college. He got a scholarship. So he got offers from many colleges, but he decided to go to Ole Miss because he got a scholarship. Fast forward 2 years, 3 years later, he ended up joining the NFL draft. He was drafted second round, I think the 23rd or 24th pick. And then that just shows that like when you actually put your mind to it and you have the support from a family and not being in a dysfunctional family, that just shows that you could actually succeed when you have that family support. Because when you have the support, that's just showing you like, oh, they're holding your hand through the obstacles. All you have to do is just overcome them and pass them. But in the other case, if you're in a dysfunctional family, for example, they just basically leave you through the obstacle without explaining to you what it is. When you have a family from the support of both parents, they like lead you through the obstacle. So what I mean by that is like basically saying that when you have the support you need, you're able to succeed. That's my main point. So this topic to me caught my attention because a lot of kids nowadays, like, they worry about being cool. They don't worry about school. They just want to be cool. So what they do is they go in the street with their friends. They find brotherhood, as like people in the gang say it. They find the support they need in gangs instead of having support from their parents. So then they decide to join gangs. And what does that lead to? That leads to either going to jail, one, doing a lot of drugs, which you could OD. Also, it could also lead to you getting killed. It could get you killed by other gangs, like rivalries, or just by being in the wrong place at the wrong time with your friends. It also shows that nowadays it's like a lot of police brutality. So if a cop sees a teenage male that's black and looks suspicious, they're gonna attack you. Not attack you literally, but like they're gonna come to you and be like, "Oh, what are you doing? Like, what do you have?" Like, they just search you or whatever. And then nowadays the cops, well, you guys know how it is. Like, there's a lot of police brutality, so they don't basically go off, "Oh, let's search you," blah blah blah. They just go and you could probably get shot and get killed. And that just basically shows like if you would have the support you need, there wouldn't be no need for you to be in the street. That you would actually be able to like go to school and then go home and have like that family to be like, "Oh, let's do this, let's do that." So when you're in a dysfunctional family, you're basically on your own. But when you're in a normal family, it's like you have a schedule. You could say you go to school, they pick you up, you guys go out some days during the week, and on the weekend you spend family time. Well, doing that, it leads to like you actually being distracted from doing bad things. So you're distracted from not going in the street, from not doing drugs and many things. Another example that I have is I know many of you guys read this book because we went to middle school. The Outsiders. All right, so you guys know how he grew up only with his brother. So he wasn't like, you can't say in a real gang, but he was in a gang with the greasers. So then that led to like him, the Pony Boy. That led to Pony Boy getting hurt. That led to him like being in the street, being chased, and going through a bunch of stuff. It's like he had his own little quest, but a quest that nobody wants to be in, a horrible one, because he just being attacked. He's always being like, how can I say this? He's always being confronted when you could have avoided all that and then actually be in school and you just be learning and not have to worry about, oh, like I can't go in that territory because that's not my territory, that's the rival territory. So what I mean by that is there's always gangs, then they have their cliques, and when they have their cliques, they have like their own little spots. It's like for example Bloods and Crips. So Bloods have a certain area and the Crip has a certain area. So like if a Crip goes into a Blood area, it's like 9 times out of 10 he's gonna get killed, jumped, or he's gonna go through something bad. So and it can also be vice versa. If a Blood goes into a Crip gang, that Blood could actually get hurt, he could get killed, he could get like anything could happen to him. So all I'm trying to say is like everybody, yeah, like they might be like, "Oh, I hate my parents because they don't let me go out. Oh, I hate this, I hate that." But little do they know the support and the support that your parents give you is what keeps you not being in the street. It's what keeps you with a roof over your head. It's what keeps you with a plate on your table. That's what keeps you in school, and which leads to all you guys actually going to college. So if just appreciate what you have, and that would be it.